outside real quick and show you the sun coming up. Come on, Andy. Instead of being behind closed doors, this is in front of closed doors. Oh, there the car. I scared her away. She was out there. Can you hear the birds? Let's see if we can see Andy in the window, his favorite perch. Yeah, there he is. Can you see him? Let me enlarge this. There he is. He is my little fella. It's the best time of the morning to hear the birds. Everything's pretty quiet yet. Oh, there they are. I got a pair of cardinals here. They've nested in the back. We've got hawks. You know, I don't like what hawks do, but, you know, that's nature. They gotta eat. And we have many hawks. And I don't think I ever showed you my elephant that I have out here that I also got from Claire. See? He lives out here. He guards the house. And my ducks. There's a little bit of the morning sun popping up over Steve and Stacy's house. Sam's really going crazy with these flowers. He's got everything planted. I'm glad he's doing this, because I can't anymore. But he's doing a much better job than I ever did, to be quite honest with you. There's a little bit of the sun over here, peeking through this morning. And here we go. Go back in the house, get ready for the morning. Okay, let's go, guys. Here we go, outside. Come on. Hey, Mommy, it's early. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So, we're not walking on that grass. It's wet. Not going to happen. My Mexican petunias are getting ready to really pop. There's buds everywhere. And my neighbor's bottle brush tree. Look at that thing. Beautiful. There's a pretty morning. Okay, today I'm going to do a tribute to my friend Don. His birthday is actually today. They had a party last night at which I could not go because I was just not able. There's the moon, if you can see it. So, in honor of his birthday, I'm going to make Instapot shrimp fried rice, and I'm going to make a Cheater's banana bread out of a cake mix. Easy and just fun, and it's tasty. There's nothing wrong with cake mixes. Well, good morning. This morning, as promised, I'm going to do my version of a cake mix banana bread. This is fast, easy, and it's delicious. I made banana bread from scratch last week in one of the videos. That wasn't banana bread. That was a cinnamon bread. But this banana bread, I think you're going to like. It's extremely easy. So, with no more ado, I'm going to show you. This is cake mix. I already put it in a bowl. And this is a 97-cent store brand cake mix. It's a yellow cake mix. You use yellow, white, spice. Spice is really what it means. So, what we're going to do, I I'm adding cinnamon. The recipe doesn't call for cinnamon, but I'm adding just a splash of cinnamon because I like it in banana bread. You can add as little or as much as you want. You don't have to add any. I just happen to like cinnamon. So, that around. And I'm going to go ahead and add my oil and my eggs. And with this particular banana bread, because it doesn't have anything other than the bananas and the oil as liquid, you have to almost mix everything at one time. I am going to put the mixer in here and mix this up prior to putting the bananas in because I don't want the bananas all squished up. I want little chunks in there. So let me do that real quick. Bananas. But I don't necessarily want you to have to listen to me beat these bananas in, but I think I'm going to have to. So bear with me. These are 4 not quite large bananas. I had them in the freezer. They were going south on me really quick. I just peeled them, put them in a baggie, and threw them in the freezer last week. I'm also going to be adding chocolate chips to this. You can add any fruit you want. You can add, well to me chocolate chips are the fruit, but you can add anything you want. Cranberries, raisins, chocolate chips, peanut butter chips would be good. What else do we have? Any kind of dried fruit I think would be good. Particularly thick batter, you're going to have to put it in a 350 degree oven for up to 45 minutes. Start checking it around the 30-minute mark though, because you may want to tint it with aluminum foil. Okay. There we go. Let me try to get this off. Wash my hands. Okay. So, hey, look over there, Andy. What do you see, huh? The chocolate chips I'm putting in after I mix, I'm just going to fold those in. Rosie, what are you doing? You feeling good? Rosie's not feeling good today. It always worries me when one of my dogs or my cat acts sick. Because last year she was in intensive care for 2 weeks with pancreatitis. I thought we were going to lose her because I did lose one of my dear little chihuahuas to pancreatitis prior. So I'm really keeping an eye on her right now. Right, Rosie? I know. I made her some rice, so she's going to get chicken and rice today. And she has her annual visit on Monday with the vet anyway. So, let's get these in the pans. 2 pans. Grease and flour, 2 pans. Divide your batter up among both of them because one is not going to do it. It's just going to overflow in your oven. I always line these because they come out a lot easier. You don't have to worry about them sticking. There you go. And a little surprise. I'm also, do you remember when I did the coffee cake in another video? I had made some crumb topping. Well, I had made extra from that from before. And I actually had that in the freezer. And I just pulled that out. So this is what's left. And I'm going to sprinkle the tops of this crumb topping on the banana bread. Now that's the great part of having like just crumb topping in your freezer or your refrigerator. So when you do something like this, you just grab and go. You don't have to stop and mix it and you know, all that happy stuff. So this just makes for a nice little topping. And when this is done, what we'll do is make a little glaze and pour over top of it. Okay, there we go. And we're done. So I'm going to stick this in the oven, 350 degrees for up to 45 minutes, depending on ovens. Start checking it at 30 minutes. If it starts looking like it's getting too dark, tint it at that point. You want it a little bit golden brown, but you don't want to get it too dark. Not only doesn't it look good, but it doesn't taste good either, and the crust gets real tough. So just keep an eye on it. So let me put this in my 350 oven. Alexa, set timer for 30 minutes. So I've got Alexa on 30 minutes, at which time I'm going to check and make sure whether it needs tinting or not. And if it does, I'll tint it at that point. But if it doesn't, I'll keep checking it every 5 minutes. So until they're done, I'll see you then. Well, the banana bread is done, and it took exactly 45 minutes. I set the timer originally for 30 minutes. I checked them. I tinted them then. And I set the timer again for 15 minutes, and it just went off, and I just took the bread out. It really came out looking really pretty. The house smells awesome. Let me show you what it looks like. Isn't it pretty? So they're hot. So when they cool down, I'm going to put them on a cooling rack in the pans for right now. Let me show you how I do that. Put them in the pan, on the cooling rack in the pans for now. And in about a half an hour, I'll take them out and let them finish cooling while they're on the pans, because that way they're still cooking this hot, and when I take them out, they won't fall apart. So we'll be back, and I'll show you what they look like, and then we'll start our Instant Pot shrimp fried rice. Okay, the bread is all cooled off. So what I'm going to do is bring it over, take it out of the pans, and we're going to gild the lily. Not much though. They're still just slightly warm, but this will be fine. Like that. See how easy they come in? Let me show you. See how easy? Watch this. Let me put this down so you can see what I'm doing. I keep forgetting to do that. I'm sorry. So watch this. See how easy they come out? Take on pans. In this way. These pans in the sink. Okay, and all I'm going to do here, let me get you a little bit closer shot. There we go. You don't want to put much of this on here because this is already sweet enough, you know, especially with that crumb topping. So you just want to drizzle it lightly. Now, this is a half a cup of 10x sugar, a cap of vanilla. I put a little shake of cinnamon in there, and about a tablespoon of half and half. You can use milk, juice, any flavored liquid that you want. Even rum. Rum tastes great doing it this way. So I just go like this. Just drizzle it on slightly. You don't want to overdo it because you'll just make the cake too sweet. Or not the cake, I'm sorry, the banana bread. It started life off as a cake, though. It ended up with banana bread. That's okay. But this is some of the best banana bread. If you don't tell anybody it's from a cake mix, they will never, ever know. There you go. I think I better stop right now. I'm going to be in trouble. Okay. So, let me show you. There you go. Watch it drip all over the counters. See? They're pretty. That's cake mix banana bread. Cake mix, my style. So, we'll be starting the Instapot shrimp fried rice in a little bit. So until then, bye. Okay, I'm ready to put dinner together. So this is only going to take total, with it going under pressure and releasing from pressure, about 20 to 25 minutes. But the actual pressure is going to be under, is going to be for 5. So let me show you the ingredients and how we're going to do this. Okay, I already have my rice. Let me show you. I already have my rice in here under the saute. I had turned it off so it didn't get too brown. But I'm going to turn it back on for the saute button. And then I'm going to add the onions, a half of a large onion. Now, let's let that start. And there's also about a tablespoon of vegetable oil in here. So, let that cook down a little bit. So, there's 2 items that I'm not going to put in here. The scrambled egg, which I've already scrambled, set that aside. And the 2 cups of mixed vegetables, I'm putting that to the side. When this gets done, when it releases from pressure, after it's completely done, then I'm going to add the egg and the mixed vegetables, put the lid back on it, and just let it sit for like 5 minutes. That's all you need, because vegetables already, they're already cooked. You don't want to kill them to death, cook them to death and kill their flavor. So here we go. With this rice already a little bit toasted, it's 1 cup of rice, a half of a large onion, an equal amount of, they call for broth. I put a little bit of Knorr chicken seasoning in here. I add that to it. So it's equal, in the Instant Pot when you do your rice, it's equal amounts of liquid to rice. And then I'm going to add my garlic. That's about a tablespoon. You can adjust that. All of these seasonings are up to you anyway. You can adjust it. This is just my seasonings. Oh, my carrot, my grated carrot. 1 small grated carrot goes in. Now the seasonings. This is my seasoning. So this is what I've done, because I've cooked this a lot. This is turmeric. I love turmeric with rice. This is onion powder and garlic powder, about a teaspoon of each. This is a fried rice seasoning mix that I found on Amazon. I love it. I just have started using that. And then this right here, this is, what is that? I'm sorry, that is the garlic. This is the onion. This is the fried rice seasoning, and this is the turmeric. Sorry, I mixed them together. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in now. And then I'm going to mix that up. And I'm going to show it to you after I get the shrimp in. Okay, now the shrimp, this is just a small bag of salad shrimp. Already no tails, no tails or anything on it. Very inexpensive, but you can get any kind of shrimp that you want to go in here. But this is just a little bag of shrimp that you buy, that I got through Kroger's. That in there. And turmeric also, not only does it have a lot of health benefits, but it's also extremely colorful in any dish. Whoops. Hit the wrong button, of course. So, there we go. There we go. Okay, let me get this. The only other thing that I have on the side, now see my internet went out again, so I don't know if you're even going to get this, but I stopped and started like 5 times today. And, okay, Red. Okay, and this is a scallion that I'm going to put on after it's all done, just to kind of decorate it up. Oh, one other thing. Sesame oil. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of sesame oil in it. Not much. This stuff is really strong. If you want more, when it gets done, and you can taste it, then you can more or less adjust your flavorings to this. I don't put soy sauce in this because it has a tendency just to be too strong and too salty. All I taste is soy sauce. So I kind of just have gotten away from that. So we've got everything in here. I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on. Like I said, the rice has already been toasted. So we're going to put the lid on. It's sealed. And I'm going to set this for 5 minutes under pressure select. So I'm going to go down to 5 minutes. Now you can do the same thing with brown rice, and you set it for 15 minutes. And it's really good. But so many people don't like brown rice. Usually that's what I use when I make this, is brown rice. It is great. So this is ready to go. So when that comes up to pressure and I release it, then I'll bring you back and show you how to finish this up. Real easy, a quick meal. It's delicious. You can use chicken in here, you can use beef, you can use all kinds of, whatever vegetables suit your fancy. You can either put more egg or less egg. You don't have to put any egg. You can make it yours. But when we come back, we can talk about that. And I'll see you then. Okay, I'm back, and the pressure has been released after 10 minutes. It was under pressure for 5. After 10 minutes, I released the pressure. Let me show it to you. So there it is. See that? So now, what I'm going to do, let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my frozen peas and carrots. I'm going to add that in. The egg, I'm adding that in. And mix this in real well. And at this time, what I'm also going to do, and this is strictly an option, you see that? This is strictly an option. I'm going to add, because I like a little bit better seafood flavor, so I'm going to take my Old Bay seasoning, and I'm going to put a teaspoon of Old Bay in there. I just amps up the seafood flavor a little bit more. Strictly optional. You can put anything in here that you so desire. So mix that in, and then we're going to put a lid on it and let it sit for 5 or so minutes, and then we're going to eat. Because we just need to warm this up. You know, so the vegetables are warm and that seasoning has time to permeate the rice. So I'll bring it right back. Alrighty guys, we're ready to eat. So I'm going to dish this up, put the scallions on it, and I'm going to taste it. Unfortunately, Sam's not here. I had a bagel order that I had to have him deliver. Back here, some people order bagels and at the last minute, so I had to get that done today. So he's out delivering those right now. So I'm going to be taste testing it, and you know it's going to be good, right? Here, watch me. Hey, Rosie, aren't you feeling good, baby? Now, if you can possibly imagine, this is only 1 cup of rice, and it's not only this large bowl, but I still have more of it in here. So be careful when you try to adjust your rice. Remember, it's equal amounts of rice to liquid in the Instapot. So we're going to take our scallions that we cut earlier, sprinkle them on the top, and at this point in time, when you serve this to your family or your guests, you can do any of your condiments. You can put soy sauce out, more sesame oil, sesame seeds, a whole bunch of stuff. So here we go. And there it is. Isn't it beautiful? And of course I'm going to have to taste it. So, I'm going to taste it. Yeah. It's really good, and I do like that Old Bay seasoning in there. But that's another seasoning. Excuse me for chewing. That's another seasoning that if you go overboard just by a little bit, it's going to ruin the whole dish. So that's something you can always set on the side if somebody wants something a little bit more spicy or not. So with that being said, and again I'm using that phrase, we're going to call it a day for now. I was going to take you down to the lake to try to show you our alligators, but I really didn't want to leave Rosie with her not feeling well. What I'll do is take you around the side of the house. I want to show you some plants that are like Jurassic Park plants that I planted 5 years ago for my other house. They're over the roof now, so I'll show you that, and we'll talk later. Bye. Alright, I'm going to take you outside since I'm not taking you to the lake today. I want to show you the side of the house where I have some humongous Jurassic Park plants that used to be house plants actually. So let me show those to you. Come on, Andy, let's go for it. I don't want to get too far from the house because of Rosie. Let me turn this thing around. Okay, you stay here, Andy. I'll be right back. It's about a little after 3 here. A little bit overcast. You can see the sky. See that? A few dark clouds. Let me show you some plants you won't believe. I had these as house plants at Eagle Lake before we moved here, and I brought them here as cuttings. They're so. Look at that one. That's a Schefflera bush. It's above my roof, and this is that looks like it died, but okay. These are all Mexican petunias. Okay, let me stand back so you can see this. This is a peace lily. Can you even see how big that thing is? And that was a house plant. This is a peace lily. Look at that. Blooming. Okay, here's that one Schefflera bush. Look at this. It goes and goes and goes. Okay. Look at this. Is that not amazing? Up above the house. This is a variegated, I can't remember the name of it now. That's a problem with this. I search for names of things and words, but at least you can see it. It's variegated. There we go. That was a plant that I had at the other house, a little house plant I had in the living room. Look how big it is. And this, my friends, is what they call a fiddle leaf fern. Let me get back so you can see this. This I had around the pool at my other house, and it was like 2 feet tall. Now look. And this was a house plant I put out here. I'm still waiting to see if it's going to take off. It's got some growth to it though. And this is a vine that went crazy that I cut the crap out of about 2 weeks ago. So for now, that's going to be it. I'm going to bid you adieu. Sending best wishes. Hoping you have a good day. And please, take care of yourself, your friends, your family, your loved ones. And also check in on your neighbors. You never know when someone needs you behind closed doors, or you may need them. So with that, I want to say goodbye. Outside real quick and show you